So, yeah. For every Rockstar experience, there's always a takeaway we can get from when we finish the game. For Redemption 1, it's simple. No matter how much you change, how much you try to redeem yourself, you can never outrun your sins. The protagonist John Marston, who resented his family, been accustomed to a life of crime for years, could not escape. However, for the price of running but looking back and killing Micah Bell, Agent Ross at a Pinkerton detective agency took hostage of his family. This was a major turning point for John, because he liberated an entire fucking country of the same family that he resented. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's not redemption, I don't know what. Alas, after everything he did, at the end of the day, John Marston was still a wanted man. He knew he could not run anymore, so he accepted his fate, and he shall be called a son of God. As for Grand Theft Auto 4, the American dream is not what it's made out to be. As every other GTA game before this was a satirical take on America, with satirical characters, whilst maintaining a level of groundedness. However, for this one in particular, it was fully grounded, seen through the eyes of someone who's not from America, someone who's not used to the life of flashy cars, a melodramatic place, and people, rather the agony of war and war crimes. However, one thing I've noticed that Grand Theft Auto 5's story doesn't really have a major takeaway. How the story itself, if you don't delve deep, doesn't really make sense or tells a story. At no point in the game do you feel threatened by any overpowering force or a villain. So in this video, I'll try my absolute best to answer the question, was Grand Theft Auto 5's story weak? My name is James Dave, and let's get into this. For Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar's direction for the latest title was a bit different. Rockstar loved to break new standards in the gaming industry, but for this title it introduced a mechanic that made this game stand out from the rest, the switch mechanic. Allowing you to switch seamlessly between three characters with their own special skill set and correspondingly their own special ability. Like Michael's bullet time, Franklin's clutch mode, and Trevor's rage trip. However, gameplay aside, this new gimmick marked a major problem in terms of story. Let me explain. The major reason why Grand Theft Auto 4's story was so good is because they didn't have that many characters, allowing the writers to develop and flesh out these characters better. For Grand Theft Auto 5, they did the exact fucking opposite of the Doomsday motto. Quantity over quality. Ew. Let's briefly go over the character. I'm gonna drop some hot takes that might make you guys against me, but look, Franklin was a bland-ass character. Sure, he did have motives wanting to escape the hood and have a better life, make Tanisha take him back, but he's kind of mundane in terms of personality. Sure, both his mom and dad are dead, but that's pretty much the same case for every Rockstar character. He's a good character to play with, but nothing really makes you care about him. On the opposite side of the spectrum, however, Michael DeSantis is a character that simply leaves me in awe with how well this character is written. Michael is a complex character. He's underappreciated by the people he risked his life for, sold out his crew, and fled to Los Santos. And when the terror they ran came back into their lives, they became even bigger assholes to Michael. I say that Tracy is the best out of all of them because at no point does she really antagonize Michael, except when he's trying to help her out, not embarrass herself like on Fame or Shame or Daddy's Little Girl, and also the only one who calls Michael when Amanda, Jimmy, and herself left. While Amanda and Jimmy are more or less the same, Amanda always antagonizing Michael and Jimmy is just a fat asshole. Let's talk a bit about the villains of this game. Steve Haynes, he's very dislikable but not really threatening. Martin Madrazo, he's actually both likable and dislikable for the latter part of the game. Where Michael and Trevor get stuck in the desert, I say he provides a bit of a threat. Now I won't lie and say Devin Weston is the best GTA antagonist ever, because he's really not. He's a rich and powerful guy who's fucking greedy and irrational too. After Molly got killed, he sent fucking mercenaries to Michael's house, which was, however, that did make for a fire mission though. Meltdown is my top 5 for sure. Stretch and Molly? Their antagonists, overall, GTA 5's antagonists kinda lacked in character and making you hate them. There's not much to say about the antagonists, however, in all Rockstar games, they always deliver on the soundtracks. I'm not gonna dabble too much, but let's just get into it. The main theme of Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't bad, but I can definitely say it's not the best in the series, but comparable to the Lost and Damned theme. However, For the missions, it's a different case. Both Woody Jackson, person who made the majority of other two songs like Outlaws from the West and American Venom, and Tangerine Dream, worked on the soundtrack for this game. A few of my favorites are The Long Stretch, which was a remix of the Flying theme, Blitz Play, in Three's Company. And my second personal favorite, the blessing upon the ears of whoever listens to it, and nostalgia for whoever re-listens to it, is of course But you might be asking, second personal favorite, then Doomsday, what's your first? Grand Theft Auto V's true story is overshadowed by the heist, the silly moments, and the city itself. But there's one mission in particular that when the game reminds you you're living on spent time, eventually he'll find out. When the game takes itself seriously and leads Los Santos turns back to the reality of bleakness, it creates one hell of a mission: bury the hatchet. Let's answer the question. GTA 5 is more or less GTA 4, just with different problems. Instead of helping Roman, you're out here running errands for the FIB and such. The major difference between GTA 5 and GTA 4 is the atmosphere. GTA 4's atmosphere was so bleak and dark, with the sky always being the hue of gray or yellow. But with GTA 5's orange sunsets on the west coast, it gives the impression that GTA 5 is happier. It's really not. GTA 5 has a short yet amazing story nonetheless, and holds a special place in my and probably also your heart. So no, GTA 5's story was not weak. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe to Come Saint Doomer, and I'll see you in the next video. That's Doomsday, signing off.